Imagine being a young child. It's Christmas morning and you wake up to find a big red box with a bow under the tree. Your parents look on as you slowly remove the top of the box. Inside is the cutest fluffy golden puppy you've ever seen. Your parents finally got you the puppy you've always wanted. You're filled with excitement. You can't get enough of the sweet puppy. You name him, you play with him, your whole life revolves around him. But that excitement only lasts a couple of weeks because you slowly grow tired of the constant need to care for a puppy. The feeding, the walking, the potty training. Your parents are upset because you always wanted a puppy and promised to take the responsibility. But he's having accidents throughout the house, chewing on the furniture, and your mom's new expensive shoes. Your parents decide you aren't ready for a puppy and bring the puppy to the pound. This is the scenario in far too many situations throughout the United States. Dogs are sent to the pound every day by the only people they love and trust. These are very sad situations, but remember, you can help. I am here today to share with you why it is always better to adopt a pet from a shelter or rescue rather than feeding into the never-ending cycle of breeders that continue to breed their dogs for financial gain instead of the well-being of the animals. Now, who here has adopted a pet from a shelter or a rescue? And who here has purchased a pet from a breeder? I am personally guilty of buying puppies from backyard breeders, but I'm here today to again explain why I never will again and why you shouldn't either. By adopting a pet from a shelter, you are saving a life. Not only are you saving them, but they might help you live longer as pets are good for your health. By adopting, you are helping stop puppy mills and backyard breeders that only breed for profit. Breeding dogs for profit affects the health of the dogs and causes overpopulation, which then leads dogs to being left at the pound where they run the risk of being euthanized. By adopting, you are helping to save a life. According to the ASPCA, approximately 6.5 million companion animals enter U.S. animal shelters nationwide every year. Horrifically enough, the ASPCA also states that each year approximately 1.5 million shelter animals are euthanized, which equals to 670,000 dogs, and 860,000 cats. When you adopt, you create more room for another dog or cat to be rescued. Also, when animals are adopted from shelters, they are automatically spayed and neutered, which will greatly assist in avoiding unwanted litters. Now that you've helped save a life, you may be adding some extra years to your own. Having a pet is good for your health. According to the CDC, there are many health benefits to owning a pet. They can increase opportunities to exercise, get outside, and socialize. Regular walking or playing with pets can decrease blood pressure, cholesterol levels, and triglyceride levels. Pets can help manage loneliness and depression by giving us companionship. Children that live in homes with pets have higher immune systems and less allergies. As stated by the American Academy of Pediatrics, children who have a dog or cat or are around dogs and cats during the first year of life are reported to be healthier and have fewer respiratory infections than children without contact with these animals. In the August 2012 issue of Pediatrics, a study called Respiratory Tract Illness During the First Year of Life, Effective Dog and Cat Contacts, researchers found that 397 children in Finland from pregnancy to the age of 1 year and reported the amount of dog or cat contact they had each week. Researchers found that even though respiratory infections and infectious symptoms are frequent during the first year of life, children with early dog contact seem to have fewer respiratory infectious symptoms and diseases, especially ear infections, and needed a shorter course of antibiotics. Cat ownership also showed a protective effect on infants, but not as strong as dogs. Owning a pet also helped us manage stress. The News and Health web page states, interacting with animals has been shown to decrease levels of cortisol, a stress-related hormone, and lower blood pressure. Other studies have found that animals can reduce loneliness, increase feelings of social support, and boost your mood. Not only will your mood increase, but you'll also be helping put a stop to the overpopulation of unwanted dogs and cats. By adopting, you are helping to put a stop to puppy mills and backyard breeders. As explained by the Humane Society, a puppy mill is an inhumane, high-volume dog breeding facility that churns out puppies for profit, ignoring the needs of the pups and their mothers. Dogs from puppy mills are often sick and unsocialized. Backyard breeding is also an issue. Backyard breeders are amateurs with no prior experience in selective breeding. They either breed their dogs for financial gain or because they fail to have their pets spayed or neutered, which results in an accidental pregnancy. Both puppy mills and backyard breeders don't consider the health of the animals and only breed them to gain money. By adopting from shelter or rescues, you are not helping fund puppy mills and backyard breeders' irresponsible and cruel breeding practices. I've included a short video from the Humane Society that gives you a peek into the horrible conditions these dogs live in when they are used in puppy mills. I hope I was able to shed some light on why it's so important to adopt your next pet. After all, who doesn't want to save a life, live longer, and put puppy mills out of business? Now please remember, when you get the itch to get a new dog or cat, adopt and don't shop.